Well, this is definitely trending today, and maybe you didn't know, but it is International Beatle Week. Nearly 60 years ago, this iconic photo of the band was snapped in Washington, sealing Beatlemania in Seattle history books forever. Maddie White with our Seattle sister station shared the story of one fan who was there and got up close to the band.
3,000 screaming teenagers are at New York's Kennedy Airport to greet, you guessed it, the Beatles. This rock and roll group has taken over as the kingpins of musical appreciation.
These heartthrobs had just touched down in the U.S.
Parents say it's just plain pandemonium
for their first North American tour.
There is hero worship that recalls the heydays of Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra.
People in Seattle remember it even today.
Footage of the girls going nuts for the Beatles.
Oh, it's good to be back.
But no one remembers it.
It was a beautiful day just like this when the Beatles arrived.
Quite like Nancy King.
Oh, it's my Mecca.
So this is definitely a song that I remember with my dad and my brother and my sister. We were always singing this once. I never actually was able to find the soundtrack, so I found it this morning when I went to the local record show.
The Beatles stayed at the Edgewater Inn, and Nancy's family booked a room. That sea of green
It was just packed.
was lined with fans.
We're out here in front of the Edgewater Inn Hotel.
It was August 21st, 1964. Nancy was just 16 at the
And
time.
I think how lucky I was.
Fans tried anything they could
How long have you been standing here?
Oh, I don't know, too long. Oh, I can't wait. It was one of those two rooms.
all to try and get to where Nancy already was.
I was walking around the hotel, and I heard all of these men talking in British accents.
She befriended a columnist for the Liverpool Echo, traveling with the Beatles on tour, when he got a phone call from the Beatles' manager, Brian Epstein.
It was just starting to wrap up, and he said, I've got a 16-year-old girl here, and I was wondering if she could come down and meet the boys. By this time, I had been so happy just to see them leave the hotel. To me, that was as good as it was going to get, but it got better. Brian opened the door, and Paul was standing right behind him. So he was the first Beatle that I saw. George and Paul, we were over sort of in that area, you know, talking for several minutes. Then they brought me over, introduced me to John. Pretty soon, Ringo came out, and he was rubbing his hair with a towel. And there was a bar area right here with some bar stools. I remember distinctly Paul offering me a cigarette, and I really wish I would have taken it now just to have as a souvenir. And you can actually read the autograph.
The men autographed her copy of A Hard Day's Night.
It says, lots of love from George Harrison, love from Paul McCartney, XXX,
Ooh.
John Lennon, XXX, and Ringo Starr. And I've got the pen in here that they signed them with as well.
And off she
It
went,
says Edgewater Inn on it.
holding tight to her memories.
How cool is that? That was Maddie White reporting, and you can watch the rest of Nancy's story right now on KREM 2+.